Okay, we're on.
Hi everyone, welcome to week 3 overview and a week 4 look ahead. We have two very special guests with us, and of course, the one who's kind of bringing this all together, our tech support, which is Jake Duncan, so we're very thankful for him. But we also have two of your moderators of this week, which is Mandir and Ian, and so they're going to be speaking to you. So I'm Shelly, and what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to go ahead and go over week 3 and then tell you like a little bit about the missions of week 4 and the moderators. I'm going to do this hopefully within less than 10 minutes so I can give the floor to Ian and Mandir. So they can kind of tell you, since they were involved more in moderating this week, you can hear from them and learn from them. So let me go ahead and do a screencast really quick. And so I'm going to take off my video. So you're not going to see my video for just a sec. And hopefully this works okay. I hope you can hear my bandwidth okay. I'm at the most strongest bandwidth in the area that I am at. So hopefully. Okay, so hopefully you can see kind of. Can you see my screen or no? How does that look?
Not yet. Yeah, no, yes, we can.
Okay, good. So now we're at week 3. Your moderators this week were Ian Hall, Mandir, Al Amrani, and Maria Jesus San Martin. And of course me and also Jake, but mostly them. They were the ones who were reviewing your mind map. So that was your weekly objectives were your mind map, your discussion on author's frustrations. You were supposed to analyze publishing options as well. So on week 4, you have Natasha, who's going to be Sylvia, Chuck Sandy, and Andre. And you've seen all of them before in the past, so you should be used to them. Now, week 4, Natasha has already put her blog post of giving you ideas. So I posted that already. And then here are some other things from, I think, before. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, wrong page. But that's a look at week 4. So you can go to eBookEVO.pewworks.com/week4, and you'll find that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to the community really quick. And one of the things that we did this week was we had these beautiful mind maps. Now, we were started with these mind maps by a blog post from Ian, so I think he'll talk about that. And we also talked about the publishing format, so you can see what different people did here if you go to the forum. Now, to make it a little bit easier, and at the top of it, you'll see that I posted this Listly one. And you can see everybody's mind map there. So it's all in one location if you want to take a look at that. They did a really good job. I want to show you one. I'll click on the first one, which was about the Japanese culture, just to have you take a look. And the guys can kind of show you what they like too. This particular mind map was done on Google Draw. And you can see the title, all about culture, and then they map out their brainstorming and their research. Now, the only other thing that I did want to tell you about was, of course, the publishing options. Now, I think it was Lisa. Lisa asked a very good question. I don't know where it is, but my advice, she asked, like, what would be the one to work with? And my advice would be this. I wrote it in the box, and I said, basically, it depends on two things. First of all, your audience. Who is the audience you're working with? Whoever's going to be reading your ebook, are they going to have access to smartphones? Are they going to have access to iPads? Are they going to have access to just the computer? Depending on what they have access to and their internet access, then that's going to determine the platform. So, for example, when I wrote Learning to Go, I made it a PDF. I created it with pages, and then I made it available on Gumroad. The reason I did that, and also actually now I'm going to see if I can put on Calibre, because I've looked at Calibre, and when you have very little access to technology and internet, a lot of people have recommended Calibre, putting your book on Calibre. So just to let you know, when you do your ebook, you can make it on Google Docs. You can save it as a PDF, or you can save it as a Microsoft Word. And you can always upload it to Issue. You can upload it to Scribed. You can upload it to some of these other platforms and make it available so that way different people can access them. So now I'm going to go ahead and just give the floor over to your moderators, and they can tell you more about what's going on. So I'm going to stop screen sharing. And I guess we'll start off with Mondir and Linian. There you go.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Hello.
fine.
So, hello, everyone. So, shall I say good afternoon? Because here in Morocco, it's 3 p.m. and I think somewhere else in the world it should be morning. So, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. So, it's nice to be with you today and share with you some of the ideas. So Shelley has pretty much covered everything regarding the post and mind mapping, and I have reviewed some of them, and I'm really happy to see a lot of ideas springing up using this tool. Um, so what I want to talk to you about, I'm not going, of course, to go over the things Shelley has talked about. I'm just going to add something else so people might consider when they are finalizing their ebooks, is that how to organize their chapters. So using mind maps is very fruitful. It can help one organize ideas and have a full view of how things might look like at the end. But there is something else that I would like to add is how to, how can I say, how to put things in an interesting way. So of course it depends on the nature of the ebook, on the contents, on the objective. But I would like to draw the participants' attention to the organization of the content. Is that how to organize the content in a scenario that can be very appealing to the learners or students or to whomever they are preparing their ebooks for. So here there is of course the simple organization which goes A, B, C, D, and E, and which is linear, and there's of course other creative ways, especially when we create challenges to the learners and give them problems to deal with and find solutions, or maybe consider a number of possible solutions and how they can evaluate them for a better learning experience. So using mind maps is very good, is very helpful, but I'd like to share with you this idea, which I have read about and I'm really interested in right now. It's the idea of giving challenges to the learners to experience with the contents of our textbooks. Since this is a roundup of week 3, which is about mapping out the ebook, I've chosen to talk to you about this for a few minutes. I'm not sure if you can still hear me because I don't hear any feedback. So, Shelly, are you there? Can you tell me if you still hear me?
You sound great to me. Can you see the chat? So I can just tell you that I'll just put like a smiley face in the chat, and that way you know I can hear you.
Yeah, because, well, I'm having some connectivity issues as well, and I don't want to keep talking to myself. So please, if something goes wrong, just let me know, okay? Good.
Absolutely.
Good. So I'm going to continue my idea is the organization of the contents, of mapping out the contents of our ebooks. So we first need to consider building some sort of scenario to help the students take a journey into the chapter and to make it interesting enough for them. So the construction of the scenario can be very simple and manageable, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be simple. So it can be simple in organization, but the learning experience can be very rich. Okay? So that's why mapping out doesn't have always to be linear or moving from 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to think of a more general view of how things are going to be like. of course, we are spending time preparing chapters of our books, and we are thinking about ways to organize the contents of these chapters and how to prepare them in the best possible way. So one of these ways is to have a plan in mind uh, on how to proceed in our chapters. So we need to make it interactive. So how do we mean by interactive? It doesn't have to be just text and reading or just pictures and etc. There are all sorts of media that we can incorporate in those chapters, videos, audios, etc., a lot of other things. So uh, we should really, as participants, consider myself, even though I'm a moderator this year, I still consider myself as a participant. I'm in the process of learning that we need to consider the organization of the content itself, not only a map. Yes, mind maps are very helpful, and I think Ian is the specialist on this subject, so maybe he's going to give you more interesting ideas when he talks to you about this. But my part, I've chosen to talk to you about this content. So the best for me, of course, we can think of a simple scenario that goes from question, answer, and you click, and you move on through the contents of the chapter. But I think it's a lot more interesting if we can put some challenges. For example, when we give the students some activity to learn to make our ebooks interactive, we need to give them the chance to choose between solutions. And after the choice of the solutions, they need to consider to evaluate the choice, because if the choice is not good enough, they need to go back and make another choice and evaluate it and choose the better one. This is in case we have two choices, or the best one if there are many. But we need to be careful not to complicate things for the learners. So I insist on this interactive aspect of our text of our chapters and their context. Um, yeah, and of course there is a simple way we can do that is by experiencing, for example, with PowerPoint. So I've learned something about PowerPoint recently, is that it's very rich and we can do all sorts of things using PowerPoint and organization of the contents using hyperlinks, using buttons, shapes, media, incorporating videos, making questions, choices, etc. So I really recommend that we look into this. Of course, this is not the right time to give a lot of details about this, but I would be happy to share everything with the participants. So I think I need to cut this short. I'm not going to talk a lot about this, but I'd be happy to share with you many ideas. So just to give you an idea about the things that you can do with PowerPoint or with incorporating media, even using PDF form, I think I can share with you some of the resources that I have prepared in different ways, different incorporating different media. So if I'm not sure if I can do it right now, or maybe I'll just give the link to Shelly and she's going to share it with everybody. So maybe I need to talk to her about this. So for me now, I just give the floor to Shelly in order to for Ian to come in. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mandir, for that. What you can do is, if you want to put it in our chat on the side, I'll go ahead and put it in our chat wing, and I can also put in our in the top of the community as well. Or if you want to put in the top of the community right now, and then also put it in the chat wing, or I can put it in the chat wing. We'll do that with the resources, I think. And then I'll tweet it as well. Okay, awesome. I got it. And Ian, it's all you, so let us hear you.
Okay. Okay, can you all see me there? I can just have my video on for just a second. I'll just show you my iPad in the chat area so I can chat to you at the same time as the Hangout. So good to see you all. Okay, I'll just turn off my video. Okay. All right. So I've actually got a lot of sort of useful stuff from this week when I had a look through the activities and that. My blog that was actually shared this year, I actually got 190 views. Last year, I only got 142, so it's been more active. I did share some of the mind mapping sort of stuff as well, and also on the actual crafting the website. I'm just going to my blog just to have a look at it now, just to go to confirm. Yeah, I gave the link to the actual mind map that I actually done, and it actually can be in different forms. As you can see, you can actually put in PDF and mind mapping forms. So that was really good in regard to that. Now the other thing is, in regard to mind mapping, I did create a book on mind mapping last year, and it's actually been, developed into 190 pages or something at the moment. But the idea with mind mapping, there is a lot of mind maps out there. It's been incredible what the people have been sharing this week with the mind maps, all the different types of mind maps. It's been so awesome viewing those mind maps. Now, another thing that I noticed was with people in regard to using different processes like the WID book one, which book? People were having problems in regard to using that. So I gave a little bit of help in regard to putting YouTubes onto that and the necessary stuff on that. So that was a bit of fun today over this week. Now, my computer I've got to activate it again, so I hope I haven't lost you because I've just got a Windows 10. Okay, no worries. I just lost you for a second there. Okay, so basically what I did is I did share you with some of the stuff, and actually there's some good publication information that I've given you as well. You can actually use, there is so many, there's one called Flip HTML5, and that's quite a good one. That's where you just put it into a PDF document and then you just save it and so forth. Now the other thing is I've actually also found on Word 2013, Microsoft also have an online video media where you can actually go to different websites, go to Bing and search there, YouTube, and you also can embed your code and put it into your Word document now. So that was a bit of a shock for me during this week, learning a few things about the Word documents with Microsoft. So that was a good experience for me. The other thing is PowerPoint has also got a new one on regards you can actually mix and you can actually do a video. So I've given that some information for you on the tools area of the website. Also, the other thing is I am in the process, I've actually got a Mac now as well. So I am looking in regard to ebooks and the different versions and what you actually do in creating ebooks as well. So there's a lot out there, and I do love mind mapping still. It's a good resource. So if there's any questions, I think I basically covered a fair bit, and see if there's any questions.
Jake, did you see any questions that were in the chat box on the other one? So let me go ahead and I'm gonna put the chat in the chat wing. I'm also adding Ian's. I already added Mandir's link to the chat wing, but I'll add Ian's as well. I would like to say, Ian, as far as my experience has been with Macs and creating ebooks, I use Pages, and I think it's down. It used to be where you could download it for free if you had Apple products and stuff like that, and that works really well for me. The other thing that I think you saw with Microsoft Word. I found that Microsoft Word was the easiest one to use to put it into a Kindle form. But I recently learned from a programmer that if you want images to look really good, that you can use something called GIMP, and you can download that for free, and that's going to give you SVG files, and those are the best ones for your ebook on a Kindle. So just tidbits. But if Jake, if there's no questions, then I guess we'll wrap up and we'll say bye to everybody.
I do see one from Molly. Is there a comprehensive list of platforms or ways that you can add these interactive content like quizzes or all of it? Is there just a place where you have all of the sites for things that can be embedded, is the question?
Andre, who's going to be a week 4 moderator, did one for iBooks. He did share a link on widgets. So I'll ask him if he can share that as far as iBook widgets. If you're using something with widgets, there's a few platforms you can use with that are going to work. And the platforms that are going to work with that are either if you do like a website kind, like Sue Annan did last year. Sue Annan did like a Wix as her e-textbook. So the other one was iBooks. iBooks seems to be the best one.
So many. I know that there are just so many available. I like what you had to say about GIMP too. GIMP is the best open source fake version of Photoshop also. So it's a really powerful open source tool that's available to anyone. So I like that recommendation. I think that's great. And yeah, I'm looking to see if there are any more. Azar is mentioning that you can do quizzes with you can add quizzes with Adobe, the PDF, the creator. If you have access to that, I think that does cost. I think there is a cost associated with that, rather than just Reader. And you could embed Google Forms, Maria is saying. So there are so many, and we'll try to we'll see if we can find his list to post that to the community under this week. So maybe he will, maybe Andre will. But that's a great idea to try and find ones that are specific to each platform. But it's going to be I know that's going to depend on really what you're going to use to create it, what you will be able to embed in it. But lots of stuff, so I think we will. And again, the things that you just mentioned, that Ian mentioned and Moundir mentioned with using the Microsoft stuff, and for Mac too, I think that you're right about that all of the suite of the now Apple products become free, GarageBand, all of those types of things. And hopefully, Keynote and what pages, hopefully those are all there, and I believe you can certainly embed those too. So just checking to see if there were any more questions. So all right, well, thanks, Shelley. I'll let you speak, sorry.
Well, I'm just going to say, I guess, bye to everyone. I'm going to go ahead and put the video on really quick, and then I think it went really smoothly, and it was really great to have the guys here and the guys be able to really join us and give us their insight, especially since they were part of it today. So I don't know why my video is not coming out. I tried to do the video. Oh, there it is. So hi from Venezuela, and bye everyone. It was nice having you. Thank you for all the ideas in the chat. If you want to know more about widgets and stuff, the participants, just go to the week 3 thread and they'll give you some ideas. But also this week, week 4, what we're looking at is also engagement. So week 4 would probably be the best place to share those interactive platforms. So I know Andre will probably be sharing those widgets again, and also Ian and Moundir will share their resources in the Google Hangout right now. So thank you all so much, and we will see you. We're looking forward to week 4. Do not worry. As far as getting a certificate, let me show you where that is. If you're going to get a certificate, then all you have to do is go to on the wiki where it says certificate of completion, and you don't have to do every single task. So if you go to the Google Plus, it will show you on the sidebar like what it is that you have to do. So just listen to the emails, sign the survey so we can email you, and then you'll be updated. So thank you everyone. Bye.